Deputy Secretary General looking into the Asia Pacific region. Uh, a warm welcome to all of you for joining this particular Global South's response to the climate change. You all know that maybe for the last so many years, if I can say maybe last 30, 40 years, there was a perception that on the Global South, the things are not happening. I belongs to India, and I know that a lot of people asking like, "What are you doing in your country?" And I know that our Malaysian colleagues are here, also from African colleagues and our Brazilian colleagues. And the global South, there was a lot of questions asked, like whether are you guys are doing something to address the climate change issues, or maybe the climate emergency issues. We all see that only something in Europe or something in the northern part of the world, things are happening. But I'm a big believer here that South is also addressing a lot of issues. Maybe they are not promoting that what they are doing on the ground, but the things are happening on the South also on that. So this particular session for the next 40 odd minutes, we will have actions happening on ground from the southern part of the world. We will listen to them, and then we will showcase to the world that yes, we are also addressing climate change issues. We are also obviously to show that we are doing actions on ground, and at the same time, we will tell to that yes, it is a major concern for all of us. It's not south or north. It's a concern for all of us. So we need to take it forward on this. One other point I will just highlight is also on the climate finance is another major concern for the global south. I can say that. I know again maybe Malaysia is, they call it as a developed country already, but putting money to address the climate change issues is also a major concern for mostly maybe the developing countries, whether we should address the climate change issues or we should address the other basic needs what we don't have. The infrastructure maybe may not be there for all of us to enjoy what the northern countries are enjoying at this time on that. So what is coming out for the last, again, maybe last decade, the discussions at the national level, discussions at the international level is that if the southern part of the world, if they can get some more money, some more technologies, the new technologies what are emerging, if you can help us out with the finances, help us out with the technologies, whatever we are doing right now, we will make them faster, we will add more activities on ground, and we will tackle also the climate change issues on that. So I see that yes, we are doing on the southern part, we are addressing the climate change issues, but we are happy to accelerate our actions on ground if we get more support, both on the financial front as well as on the technology front. That is the thing on that. So with this few remarks, I have very distinguished panel here with me. I know that I was also rushing from the gate, but I hope all of us are here, all our speakers. I just want to invite all our four speakers here. The first one, I will invite Datuk Rayas bin Datuk Wira Yasin, is the Senior Minister from State of Malacca, Malaysia. Sir, please join us here. Maybe that seat, you can take it, like four only we have speakers. We also have Gonzalo Duran, Mayor of Independencia, Chile. Sir, please join us here. Thank you for joining us here in that. We have Marilia Carvalho, Secretary of Environment of the State of Minas from Brazil. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for coming all the way. And we also have Chilando Chitangala, Mayor of Lusaka from Zambia. Ma'am, please join us here on that. Very, very distinguished panel, I will say. We have from Asia Pacific region, we have from Latin America region, and we also have from Africa region. Well represented the South on that. So without wasting any money, any time, sorry, I will ask the Minister, Dr. Kvira Yasin, to give his remarks from the beginning. I just also want to announce that our speakers will speak in Portuguese and Spanish. So we have, can I have the slide, that one? You can use the headsets for the translation. Channel 1 is English, channel 2 is Spanish, and channel 3 is Portuguese. So please, whatever channel you feel like, you can get the translation on that. Thank you. Yes, sir, please.
Thanks, Mr. Imani Kumar. My dear colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Rais Yassin. Good day to all of you. I am here today as the representative of the state of Malacca, and it's my honor to speak about our city response to the climate emergency. Malacca is well known for historical city and has developed over 500 years of trading and the melting pot of cultural exchange between East and West. This makes Malacca an incredibly unique and has been listed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2008. As we discuss Malacca's response to the climate emergency today, it is important to remember that our actions are not just about preserving our city for future generations, but also about preserving the rich cultural and historical heritage that makes Malacca unique. As a coastal state, we are particularly vulnerable to rising sea levels and increased frequency of extreme weather events. These challenges, however, have not deterred us, but have spurred us into action. We believe that local leadership and action are key to driving meaningful change, fostering community engagement, and responding effectively to climate change. In Malacca, we have made substantial progress in advancing climate ambition and action. We have implemented various climate initiatives showcasing their impact and innovative approach. One of our key strategies for resilience is the adoption of specific strategies, policies, and programs that promote climate resilience. We have explored innovative approaches that have demonstrated success in addressing climate challenges and mitigating their impact. Malaysia intends to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions intensity of GDP by 45% by 2030 relative to the emission intensity of GDP in 2005. The Malacca state government also intends to reduce the greenhouse gas emission intensity on par with the commitment of the federal government. In 2019, the total GHG emission for Malacca was at 9.82 million ton CO2. The largest contributor to GHG emission in Malacca is from the stationary energy sector at 68.2%, followed by transportation sector at 30.6%. The Malacca Green Technology and Climate Change Council has been established since 2011. The council mission is to develop and apply products, equipment, and systems to protect the environment and the natural environment and reduce the negative effects due to human activities. All state government departments, agencies, and statutory bodies have been instructed to form a committee of green and sustainability in their organization level. The committee will be responsible for ensuring the development and application of green technology practice into each organization work culture and practice with the goal of carbon reduction and climate change mitigation. The Malacca River Rehabilitation Project is one of the major successful climate resilient projects in Malacca. The project aims to improve the environmental, social, and economic aspect of the Malacca River and its surrounding, while also enhancing the capacity of the city and its stakeholders to cope with the impact of climate change. This project aims to prevent flooding, improve water quality, and increase the biodiversity and ecological value. We successfully enhanced the riverfront landscape and heritage, creating public spaces and promoting cultural activities, thus boosting the tourism and economic activities. The federal government of Malaysia has launched the National Energy Transition Roadmap, a strategic plan to help Malaysia transition to more sustainable and environmentally friendly energy sources, adapting to a low carbon economy and achieve net zero greenhouse gas emission by 2050, with the goal of reaching 70% renewable energy capacity by 2050. The Malacca state, in parallel with the federal government, has set a target and committed to increase its renewable energy capacity by generating 300 megawatt of renewable energy by 2025 through the Malacca Maju Jaya 2035 strategic plan and Smart Malacca Blueprint 2035. Malacca State was able to secure its renewable energy capacity as a result of government initiatives, which are through the following scheme, such as feed-in tariff, large-scale solar, net energy metering scheme, and self-consumption. Malacca States continue to strive to achieve its renewable energy target. The total renewable energy capacity in Malacca currently stands at 157.94 megawatt. Malacca State is also looking for potential investor for other types of renewable energy that may be implemented in the future. Malacca is one of the pioneer states in Malaysia to launch smart grid technology with an aim to spearhead its smart city initiative. The Smart Grid Demonstration Project was launched on September 15, 2020, funded under Global Environment Facility, GEF, and coordinated under UNIDO. This project is a significant milestone for Malacca as it placed the city among 28 cities from 11 countries worldwide chosen for the Smart Grid Demonstration Project. Smart grid technology allow for a more efficient and reliable distribution of electricity, reducing energy waste and ensuring a more sustainable energy future for Malacca. It is testament to Malacca's commitment to innovation and sustainability. Malacca State Government implemented a car-free zone in Bandar Hilir, Malacca, every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 12 p.m. right at the heart of Malacca major tourist hotspot. The initiative received an encouraging response with an average of 10,000 visitors every week. This remarkable turnout not only underscores the program popularity, but also signifies its positive influence on the local community and the broader tourism sector. This initiative not only promotes the reduction of carbon footprint among visitors, this initiative aims to encourage both locals and tourists to reduce their carbon footprint and reducing carbon emission. In line with the national government 100 million trees campaign, Malacca aims to plant around 100,000 trees by the end of the year under the Malaysia Greening Program. This initiative is part of a larger goal to plant 1 million trees in Malacca, contributing to the preservation of Malaysia's rich ecosystem and combating climate change. In conclusion, complex challenges such as climate change need dynamic solution. As we continue to navigate these challenges, we remain committed to our mission of creating a more sustainable and resilient future for Malacca and Global South. This initiative demonstrates Malacca's commitment to addressing the climate emergency through innovative and sustainable solutions. We are proud of the progress we have made, and we are excited about the future as we continue to advance our climate ambition and action. As the member of ICLEI, I would like to convey my highest appreciation to ICLEI for their assistance, especially to our local government in pursuing climate resilient and sustainable agenda. On behalf of the state government, I would like to extend a warm invitation to all members to visit Malacca for the upcoming Visit Malacca Year 2024. Let's embark on this journey together to create a better world for our future generation. Thank you and terima kasih.
Thank you, Minister, for such a wonderful presentation and all the actions what you are doing on ground. I know that Malacca was the first province in Malaysia which has come out with this carbon emission inventory and climate action plan. So happy that the things are going on ground, sir, under your leadership. I think that is the great thing. And not only one sector, I think I'm noting down, there are 9 points I have noted down. So each and every sector you are addressing in your state on that. Thanks a lot. And yeah, I wish all the best for you to continue the work. We have our next speaker, Gonzalo Duran, Mayor of Independencia from Chile. May I request you, sir, you want to speak from here? Can you come here? Please.
Muy buenos días a todos y a todas. Muchísimas gracias por la invitación. Creo que vamos a poder, sí, ahí tenemos una pequeña presentación. Primero quiero, junto con saludar, contar que soy de la ciudad de Independencia, Chile. Soy alcalde de dicha ciudad y como pueden ver en el plano, Chile está al sur del sur y Independencia está en el centro del país y en el centro de la región metropolitana de Santiago. Quisiera, en primer lugar, transmitir que creo que enfrentamos un desafío que obliga desde la perspectiva de los gobiernos locales a trabajar no solo un conjunto de acciones específicas para abordar los desafíos de cambio climático, sino también desde los gobiernos locales trabajar una mirada sistémica, integral, que se haga cargo de los múltiples desafíos, las múltiples tareas, ámbitos de intervención que son propios de los gobiernos locales. Solo por mencionar algunos, movilidad sustentable, gestión de residuos, educación ambiental, infraestructura, etcétera, que dan cuenta de que el desafío de los gobiernos locales ya no es solo impulsar acciones, sino diseñar políticas integrales que se hagan cargo de todos los ámbitos que afectan la vida cotidiana de las personas. Y esto no es posible de ejecutar solo a partir de una intuición o de una voluntad o de la proliferación de acciones específicas. Requiere al mismo tiempo trabajar los instrumentos necesarios, los instrumentos de gestión que permitan que efectivamente nuestra acción esté marcada por una hoja de ruta en cada uno de los ámbitos. En el caso particular de Independencia, solo por mencionar algunos, por cierto, el plan regulador comunal, que es el plan de ordenamiento territorial del conjunto de la acción comunal y que es el marco regulatorio de lo que se puede, de lo que no se puede, de dónde se puede construir, de en qué condiciones se puede construir, etcétera. O el plan local de cambio climático, que es la carta de navegación, pero al mismo tiempo con orientaciones y metas específicas que permitan efectivamente que nuestra acción esté determinada en una perspectiva de corto, mediano y largo plazo, o estrategia energética local, o estrategia hídrica, que son un conjunto de instrumentos que nos permiten esta mirada integral. Y esto supone ya, en el caso de los gobiernos locales, tener una mirada más específica que vaya configurando diseños urbanos sostenibles, que cada una de las de los proyectos que ejecutemos, especialmente en materia de infraestructura, sean sobre la base de este diseño urbano sostenible y idealmente que vayan incorporando a partir de los enormes desafíos inmediatos que tenemos, que vayan incorporando, por ejemplo, lo que hemos denominado soluciones basadas en la naturaleza. Aquí solo una imagen que da cuenta de uno de cientos de proyectos que estamos ejecutando. Este es un parque para la sustentabilidad que incluye la construcción de un bosque urbano con una metodología que se llama Miyawaki y que permite el crecimiento de las especies nativas a un ritmo 10 veces más acelerado que el normal y que efectivamente permite no solo generar áreas urbanas que permitan captar CO2, que permitan reducir, generar zonas que nos permitan reducir las olas de calor, sino que adicionalmente nos permite efectivamente brindar mejor calidad de vida a nuestros vecinos y vecinas desde una perspectiva también de justicia ambiental. Aquí otro tipo de iniciativas, en el caso de Independencia y probablemente muchos de ustedes, zonas urbanas de alta densidad y con poco terreno, con poco territorio disponible para políticas de reforestación, de generación de áreas verdes, y hemos entonces generado un proceso que hemos denominado de corredores ecológicos que permiten ir generando una capilaridad al interior de la ciudad que efectivamente vaya dotando de no solo áreas verdes, especies nativas, sino con esta condición que vaya efectivamente restaurando, restableciendo biodiversidad dentro del territorio. Nada de esto es posible materializar al ritmo y en las condiciones que se requieren, dada la urgencia climática que enfrentamos, sin una acción, una participación decidida de las comunidades. Y ahí adquiere especial relevancia también un rol de los gobiernos locales en el sentido de promover la participación ciudadana por un lado y la educación ambiental por otra. Educación ambiental formal a través de los establecimientos educacionales, de la institucionalidad en materia educacional, sino muy especialmente también desde la perspectiva sociocomunitaria, incorporando a las comunidades en el diseño, en la implementación y, por supuesto, en la evaluación de las políticas medioambientales que generemos. Aquí solo el ejemplo de el primer bosque urbano metodología Miyawaki que se hizo en la región metropolitana de Santiago, en nuestra comuna, en Independencia, 5.000 metros cuadrados de terreno intervenido y plantado por la propia comunidad a través de un proceso de capacitación y que nos ha significado que esta experiencia ya esté siendo replicada a nivel metropolitano y nacional como una experiencia exitosa a desarrollar en zonas urbanas de alta densidad. Y finalmente quiero decir que desde la perspectiva del sur global es posible enfrentar estos desafíos, pero no de manera aislada, no de manera individual, no de manera disociada de las posibilidades de colaboración y, por supuesto, de financiamiento que tenemos que ser capaces de generar de manera que los recursos lleguen a los gobiernos locales para enfrentar la acción climática. Y en ese sentido adquiere especial valor el trabajo colaborativo y en red que desarrollamos en Independencia y en las ciudades de Chile con, por ejemplo, ICLEI, que ha sido un soporte muy importante desde el punto de vista de la capacitación técnica, de la articulación de redes, de la construcción de una mirada común, del intercambio de experiencias replicables con el propósito de acelerar nuestra acción. O acá Chile, la acción la Alianza para la Acción Climática, que permite la alianza entre el sector público y privado, en el caso nacional y por supuesto a nivel global. Somos parte también de Race to Resilience, de Race to Zero y del Pacto Global de Alcaldes por el Clima y la Energía, GICOM, y esto da cuenta de algún modo de nuestra mirada en el sentido de que nuestra acción es una acción local, pero obviamente tiene que estar puesta en el contexto de la colaboración global para enfrentar los desafíos que tenemos por delante. Creo que ahí estamos. ¿Sí? Esa era la última. Bueno, muchas gracias. Espero que esto permita de algún modo dimensionar cómo desde un gobierno local, desde el sur del sur, es posible en una lógica colaborativa contribuir a nuestra lucha contra el cambio climático. Muchas gracias.
Thank you, Mayor. I think very, very good points, what you have said. Partnership is what we needed. And I liked your statement that all the money should come to the local governments. So I hope national governments are listening to your statement, and we will get more money so that we can showcase more actions on ground on that. And the Miyawaki forests and the water supply thing and involvement of the communities, I think that's a major thing what you're doing in your city. That is a great thing. And all the best for you. We hope that things will continue in a better way and we will get more money after this COP at the local government for local actions on that. Thank you, sir. We have Secretary of Environment of State from Minas Gerais from Brazil. Ma'am, I just want to invite you here and please take the floor.
First of all, I would like to thank ICLEI for the opportunity to be here with you today. It's a pleasure for us not just to show a little bit about our experience in Minas Gerais state. It's a state in Brazil, in Southeast region, but especially the opportunity to learn about other experience as we see here in this panel. I would apologize and speak in Portuguese. Maybe I can express myself better in Portuguese than in English. So let's start. Como eu mencionei, nós somos de Minas Gerais, estado quase do tamanho da França, com 853 municípios, o que nos traz um grande desafio na implementação de uma política de mudanças climáticas. Nós iniciamos a nossa trajetória recente de 3 anos para cá, a partir da assinatura da campanha Race to Zero. Fomos o primeiro estado da América Latina e Caribe a assinar o compromisso, e em parceria muito estreita com o ICLEI, por isso nossa felicidade de estar aqui no estande do ICLEI hoje, fizemos a nossa atualização do inventário de efeitos estufa, fizemos também o nosso plano de ação climática. Por que que eu menciono isso? Porque a efetividade de uma política pública, ela parte de uma base técnica e de um bom planejamento. Esse foi o caminho que nós escolhemos a partir das parcerias estabelecidas com organismos internacionais, e volto a dizer da importância do ICLEI nesse processo. Hoje, o nosso grande desafio é colocar a política em prática de fato. Algumas ações já estão em curso, outras ainda que eu vou mencionar, temos desafios pela frente. Então, quais são as ações que nós já temos em curso? E aí volto a dizer a importância desse tema aqui hoje. Como nós somos um estado com 853 municípios, com uma diversidade muito grande, nós precisávamos descer a escala da implementação da política de mudanças climáticas a esses municípios. Fizemos um grande trabalho de avaliação da vulnerabilidade de cada um dos 853 municípios, para ser a base para a definição de um plano local de ação climática. Fechamos recentemente uma parceria com o governo francês, no qual vamos trabalhar dos mais vulneráveis para os menos vulneráveis e estabelecer, juntos com os municípios de Minas Gerais, um plano local de ação climática. Óbvio, tanto na linha da mitigação, eu vou abordar um pouco isso, mas especialmente, e nós temos a cada dia isso mais claro, na urgência de uma política de adaptação e aumento de resiliência dos nossos municípios. Bem, então esse trabalho com os municípios tem sido para a gente uma prioridade, porque, de fato, se nós não tivermos um engajamento e apoiarmos os governos locais, e óbvio, nós somos locais em uma perspectiva, por sermos estados, mas com 853 municípios, é neles que nós precisaríamos, de fato, chegar para uma implementação da política. Se nós não tivermos esse trabalho em conjunto com o município, não adianta apenas o Estado nas suas ações. Bem, mas o Estado já iniciou há algum tempo, como eu mencionei, né, com essas estratégias, a implementação de ações que eu julgo aqui importante compartilhar com vocês. O nosso inventário nos demonstra que os nossos dois grandes desafios são energia e uso do solo. Em termos de energia, nós estabelecemos uma política do Estado com incentivos regulatórios e financeiros para aumento da diversificação da matriz energética limpa. Hoje, Minas Gerais tem 95%, praticamente 95% da sua base energética limpa, seja por energia de fonte hidráulica, seja mais recente, neste nós avançamos efetivamente, em energia solar. Minas Gerais hoje é o maior produtor do Brasil em energia solar. Mas quando a gente fala do guarda-chuva de energia, né, a questão da energia elétrica, ela tem um caminho já bem consolidado, mas temos um outro desafio que é o transporte. O Brasil como um todo não tem uma cultura de transporte ferroviário, nem uma cultura urbana de transporte ferroviário, também com metrôs. E isso nos traz, né, esse desafio, como o prefeito que me antecedeu mencionou, né, essa integração com a política pública local, porque isso é uma questão local, né? Como que nós vamos eletrificar a nossa frota de ônibus, como nós vamos avançar nos metrôs, nas maiores cidades do estado de Minas Gerais. Nós temos uma vantagem em relação, né, a outros países, porque desenvolvemos ao longo do tempo uma tecnologia importante, que é do uso do etanol de cana-de-açúcar para veículos de transportes individuais. E isso nos gera, né, um resultado de emissão muito menor do que a utilização de gasolina propriamente dito. Mas nos transportes, sejam transportes de ônibus urbanos, seja no transporte rodoviário, nós temos ainda um grande desafio. Na outra perspectiva do uso do solo, nós não estamos no bioma amazônico, mas temos dois importantes biomas, que um é a Mata Atlântica e outro é o bioma cerrado. Nós também estamos trabalhando fortemente no combate ao desmatamento. O desmatamento no Brasil não é um problema apenas da Amazônia, é um problema de todos os biomas. Esse ano estamos comemorando resultados muito expressivos de redução de desmatamento de 63% no bioma da Mata Atlântica, em comparação com o ano passado, e também de 13% no bioma cerrado, em comparação com o ano passado. Mas não adianta apenas combater o desmatamento irregular se a gente não tiver uma política efetiva de restauração florestal, e essa é uma outra linha que nós estamos trabalhando. O Brasil tem uma lei nacional, o Código Florestal, que nos imputa metas de restauração de áreas de preservação permanente, que são áreas na beirada do rio, e também de uma área em toda a propriedade rural que deve ser conservada. Nós estamos implementando essa lei no estado de Minas Gerais, também um grande desafio, porque temos 1 milhão de propriedades rurais no nosso estado, sendo que desse 1 milhão, 94% em número são de pequenos produtores rurais em regime familiar. Então, nós lançamos um programa para apoiar esses pequenos produtores rurais na restauração florestal das suas propriedades. A gente tem um potencial de recuperação com esse programa de 3,4 milhões de hectares no estado de Minas Gerais. E aí eu já vou para um desafio que foi colocado aqui, tanto na introdução desse painel quanto pelos que me antecederam, a questão do financiamento. Porque também todos nós que somos de governo sabemos que o orçamento público não é suficiente para lidarmos com essas questões, com essas ações necessárias, tanto na mitigação, mas especialmente na adaptação à mudança do clima. Nós estamos trabalhando em algumas linhas, buscando financiamentos internacionais, e a COP é um momento importante para que os governos locais tenham voz nesse sentido, para que o recurso, de fato, chegue a um nível, a uma escala de implementação necessária, mas também estamos trabalhando em parcerias com a iniciativa privada, porque nós temos um entendimento claro de que aquelas grandes empresas que operam no estado de Minas Gerais devem ter responsabilidade nesse processo de conservação ambiental do estado, para além das obrigações legais postas nos licenciamentos ambientais, por exemplo, dessas empresas. Então, neste caso especificamente, o projeto dos pequenos produtores rurais em regime familiar, nós já captamos recursos de algumas empresas, um exemplo, 43 milhões da Vale, que internacionalmente repercutiu os 2 grandes desastres de barragem que infelizmente nós tivemos no nosso estado. Então, estamos buscando essas empresas para que elas também sejam fontes de financiamento dessa implementação. Bem, falei rapidamente sobre as nossas ações de mitigação, mas para concluir, eu queria reforçar a importância do trabalho de adaptação que nós, dos governos locais, precisamos realizar. Nosso estado tem uma região de semiárido no norte de Minas, que essa época do ano temos rios praticamente secos, com impactos efetivos ao abastecimento público da nossa população, mas também à produção de alimentos e à segurança alimentar no nosso estado. E, por outro lado, logo em janeiro, quando teremos o período de chuva no nosso estado, teremos recorrentemente, como temos nos últimos anos, problema de enchentes urbanas muito sérios, com perdas físicas e, em alguns casos, trabalhamos para que isso não ocorra, mas em alguns casos com perdas humanas. E, óbvio, essa questão das enchentes urbanas, nós precisamos integrar ações de infraestrutura verde, como aqui apresentada pelo meu antecessor, mas para que a gente tenha resultados rápidos, nós precisamos integrar com infraestrutura construída, considerando inclusive o modelo de uso e ocupação do solo que o nosso país teve nos últimos anos, com uma ocupação de áreas de inundação em grandes municípios do nosso estado. Então, essa agenda da mitigação e da adaptação é uma agenda urgente. Eu sempre falo isso, nós temos vários estudos internacionais, do próprio Banco Mundial. Nós gastamos de orçamento público todo ano para lidar com esse processo de adaptação, muito mais com ações urgentes que precisam ser feitas do que a gente gastaria se a gente tivesse um planejamento de fato junto com os nossos municípios de curto, médio e longo prazo para lidar com esses desafios. Então, queria mais uma vez agradecer a oportunidade de estar aqui hoje com vocês. Essa troca de experiências que o ICLEI nos proporciona é muito importante, aprender a partir dessas experiências de outros países, de outras cidades e de outros estados, nos ajuda, de fato, a ter maior celeridade e efetividade na política de mudança do clima. Muito obrigado.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing the work, what you are doing, not only at the provincial level, but also along with the municipalities. I think that's the main important. I was just noting down the points, what you are saying, the financial incentives, I think what you are giving it to your municipalities, and also the private sector involvement along with in addressing the climate change issues. And I agree completely, the adaptation, not only mitigation, but adaptation. And again, the financing, I think, is a major concern for all of us, either at the provincial level or at the local level on that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your information. So we have heard from Asia, we have heard from Latin America. Now we have Mayor from Lusaka from Africa, from Zambia. She's here. Ma'am, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you, ICLEI, and thank you for other partners for giving us a chance to come and just also talk about the challenges that Lusaka as a city also goes through. Lusaka is situated in the southern part of Africa and in Zambia. So we have a population of over 3 million people, and 70% of the city is unplanned. So with 70% of the city unplanned, so you know how we have challenges of climate change issues, flooding and droughts is one of them. We've had issues of not having a very good drainage system because of the unplanned settlement. The background on our disasters in the city is that we've had episodes of flooding in these settlements, especially in the peri-urban areas. And these floods date as back as 1977, when we had one of the biggest, one of the largest floods, in 1989, that caused a lot of damage and leaving about more than 50,000 people homeless. And in all this, it was because of inadequacies in official response and failure to mitigate impacts were observed at that time. Historically, areas affected have inadequate infrastructure and services, with a lack of basic municipal services provision, with evidence today, especially in informal sector. Because 70% of the city is unplanned, it means that even service delivery is such a challenge for the municipality. And then Lusaka also sits on a limestone. So it means that the water sips, and then it just stays, it sips very quickly, but it stays at the high level. We have a high level water table. And then for this, it means that because of poor drainages, now we are prone to flooding. And then we have an area in the city, in the capital city itself, where I think a few years ago, it was actually called Kanyama disaster, where a lot of people died and a lot of houses fell. But at that time, I remember that they built a very big drainage, but because of lack of funds, I think the drainage was not done properly. So it's not a good drainage. So we still experience these floods in these areas. And Lusaka, being situated on a flat land, faces flooding due to the limestone that I've just spoken about, and it leads to the high water tables. That's the spillage is very low, causing floods in unplanned areas, poor drainage conditions in over 38 peri-urban, high density and low income areas, and this contributes to the problem. Degraded water and sanitation facilities in these areas lead to environmental and health hazards like water pollution, malaria, and cholera. Just a few weeks ago, we actually had an outbreak of cholera just when the rain started. And in about 2018, I was a deputy mayor then. We experienced a very bad cholera outbreaks in these areas. And then even now, we still have a few dots of cholera cases. And then as for malaria, of course, when the water sits, we have malaria outbreaks. So we're still having to fight the challenges of malaria issues. In about 2010, Care International engaged a private company to design the surface a drainage system in this same area called Kanyama. But because of inadequate funds, the project never fell through. This is the reason why most of the local authorities in sub-Saharan Africa and any other cities in Africa. We are all talking about being supported by the MDBs. These are multilateral development banks directly supporting the local authorities. We are the ones that respond first to the people that we live with at local level. So we understand what the challenges are. And then because we're a local authority, we interact with the people. We are the face of those people. So we engage them before central government. So we actually know where the bridge is supposed to be, where the drainage is supposed to be. So now this is the reason why the voice this year of COP28, most of the cities are saying, support us directly, even if the projects are small or large. We are the ones who understand these challenges better with our people, the people that we live with at local level. So for us in the city, we are saying that the DRR will be a very good project for us, because we need to adapt. We need to adapt to issues of climate change and also implement some of these issues, that we identify locally. And then also I heard my friend from Brazil talking about deforestation. This is something that also happens in our city, especially where Lusaka itself being a capital city, we entertain the districts around us. So those districts bring charcoal. I'm sure you understand what charcoal to our city. So now just trying to stop these people from cutting down the trees has also been a challenge, because it's a livelihood. So we have to find a way to support the 3 stages, which is the burner, the seller, and us, the ones that use. So we are also looking at moving to clean cooking. And apart from that, we've also had a lot of interventions in the city. Also during the World Car Free Day, I was very happy to work with one of the organizations in our city where we closed a few roads from 6 in the morning to 18 hours the whole day. So these are some of the things that we also do, sensitizing our people, the people that live in our city, so that they understand. We are also working on a cycling and pedestrian policy for the city, so that we encourage people to walk and recycle. And this is being supported by an organization called Vital Strategies. So all these things, things that we intervene in the city, so work with the people, and we use a bottom-up approach where we actually work directly with the people and escalate all these things to central government for them to help or understand. We have situations where, of course, the national government intervenes and helps us, but it's not always. Well, they have other priorities. This is the reason why the campaign has been so big this COP, to say that we, as local authorities and cities in Africa, we just want to be supported directly where resources are concerned. And then we've worked well with ICLEI. ICLEI has helped us also identify root causes of some of these challenges, especially in capacity building. I think in this way, we must thank ICLEI, some of the countries that are members of ICLEI, that capacity building has been one of the biggest projects, and we are beneficiaries. And today, for some of us mayors, we can stand very confidently and talk about the challenges and identify these challenges, and also try and tell the other cities how we have sorted out these challenges locally because of the way they've built the capacity in us and the knowledge that they've impacted in us. One of the other projects that we've worked with ICLEI, with a local partner, that is Lucy, is scaling up and empowering movements for climate change advocacy, and this is called SIMCA. So this is one of the projects that we've been supported by ICLEI, but we are still hoping that ICLEI can support us with our CCAP. It's not ready yet. So we're looking forward to have our CCAP in place, because that will help us with the early warnings of flooding or any early warnings of climate issues that we have. So that's about it. I was hoping that we would manage getting our presentation, but it's not ready. So that's about our city for now. So thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. I think you have reinforced the statement what others are also saying, that local governments needs finances. I think that's where almost all the continents from the Asia Pacific region to Latin America to Africa, the message is very, very clear and very loud also, that the local government should get money. I know that we have provincial government representatives out here, but actions they can take, because they are the ones, the mayors are the ones who work on ground. And I know that if they get, as I'm saying in my opening remarks, if we get more money, if we get good technology, I think the actions can be further implemented on ground and speed up also maybe to address the issues on that. And yes, we are happy to support you, ma'am, on the capacity building for all the cities and provincial governments. I think that is one thing, because we don't have money in our pockets, but we can give you the knowledge what we have, and we can connect the cities from maybe Africa to Latin America to Asia, or from all the global south to the global north. We can do that. That is what our strengths are, and we are happy to support on that. So I just want to thank each one of you for sharing your experiences, what is happening. The message is very clear and loud. I don't want to repeat that, but thank you for giving this wonderful presentations from all your cities on that. So a round of applause for all our speakers. Before I close, I just want to invite my colleagues from our ICLEI Africa, that we have a release. So I will ask Megan to please come here and take it forward.
Thank you so much, and for having ICLEI Africa here. We wanted to launch a new project today, which we are so excited about. The Mayor of Lusaka referred to it. It's called Disaster Risk Reduction for Africa. And we're partnering with the Lloyd's Registry Foundation, which is the first time we're doing so, looking at their world risk poll data, and also overlaying that with data that we're working on with UNDRR, the Making Cities Resilience campaign. And we will be working in 3 cities in Africa. So as already mentioned, Lusaka is one of our cities. Cape Coast, Ghana is one of our cities. Mayor, perhaps you want to stand. You are part of our cohort. And also Port Louis in Mauritius. So these are 3 African cities highly vulnerable to climate change, highly vulnerable to disasters. We'll be working with them on their scorecards, first understanding what their main disaster risks are, and then developing solutions packages. We're jumping straight from scorecard to solutions packages, because what we want to do is move to action much quicker. There's normally this long planning process in the middle. So we hope, mayors, that this project will serve your cities well. We so look forward to working with both of you and with Port Louis. And that's what we're here to launch today. So we'll perhaps end like that. Thank you so much.